Okay, and we are up. And I'll remove Wolfie's pinned comment from last time. Oh, and
Oh, that didn't work. That's gone badly.
there we go. And we're live.
Right.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
Let's scale that down a little bit. And a little bit more. We've got a lot of headspace above us, so I will. There. If you can see the stream, you will see the new map system.
Okay, I'll just had Twitch open there.
As I said, it's not 100% there because the walls need painting and
Oh, and I got an ad.
oh, always.
Okay. Oh, right, I can see a map. Oh, are we getting a dungeon to crawl this week?
Oh, I'm going to try and integrate this into the thing whenever we're indoors, and I've got the grass map for outdoors. So,
nice.
just want to add another dimension to it because I looked at those. I looked at the software versions, and I just couldn't find one that I liked. In all honesty, I saw plenty of different ones, and I was like, but they were all top down, just images, and I thought, I'm not too keen on that. Whereas, in 28mm scale, which is the same as Warhammer, you can get so many different things terrain wise. I mean, these walls and stuff, I got them on Amazon. I've got these MDF tiles, which only part of them turned up, but the seller is going to be shipping more of them to me. Well, he sent them out today because the package exploded in the post. He was very apologetic about it. So he's sending me another set, but they're basically like dungeon tiles.
Oh.
So I'll be using those for buildings and all sorts. And also you can get, you can get churches, you can get taverns, you can get all sorts. And it's also the same scale as Warhammer Quest or D&D or loads and loads of other things. So it just seemed a nice continuation. But it does mean I have to paint it all eventually. I was planning on painting it this week, but my leg is still... It's getting better, but still not quite 100%. Because mean, with the D&D sets, you can get things like my fire thing and all sorts. And at the moment, I've got various things on order, but most of which haven't turned up yet. Okay. So, yeah, eventually we will be getting, continuing to improve as we progress.
Yeah.
Because and eventually, a better camera and stuff as well. Because this one's okay. You can just about make out things, but I've seen a better one with a remote, so I can zoom in and stuff.
Oh, that's handy.
So I thought, with that, I could zoom in to the action, blah blah blah, refocus, do a bit more practical stuff with it. But like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and we're not all big time voice actors when we start this stuff. So can't just do that Critical Role.
I mean, not yet, anyway.
You never know.
Hey, their originals. Their original setup was quite basic.
Oh yeah, but they had. I would probably say they have more of a budget behind them than I have.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But as I said, though, it wasn't like
my part-time charity shop job. Does not provide a huge budget for this. And my art skills are fairly limited, as Phantom knows.
oh Jesus, I am tired today. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, let's start with the business side of things.
Initiative rolls?
Yeah, initiative rolls. So we can get our...
Today I am on form, I think.
I'm not. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 22.
Fernando, obnoxious, then Richter. Okay. I'll put Wolfie up there because Wolfie is absent. He says he will be here later.
Okay.
Okay, so to give a quick recap. You arrived at the Barrens last week. You had a quick look around where you discovered his arena. Oh, technically you wouldn't be in this room. You'd be in this room. And Burns' corpse. Yeah. because that's the stairway down to the arena, and that's a piece of junk. Spares. So, oh, and there's spares as well. So basically, you've just come back up to discover the Baron's body with a hole in it, and out of the window to a window in front of you, you saw this bloke flying away on a horse. Well, a nightmare. So basically, this bloke flying away on a horse.
Oh.
So let's start with Richter. I mean Fernando. What would you like to do?
Well, it seems this man is not having a good day. I believe we searched him already.
Yes.
Can I just make a general perception check to see if anything's moved in the room?
Yeah.
Besides the body.
Hmm?
A 19.
19. There were 2 tables in the room, aside from the fact they've been shoved away. No, nothing. Nothing's been disturbed. Well, aside from, as I said, aside from the table that he clearly sort of got blasted over, as you can see just here. He's sort of in the right place. Clearly, someone surprised him by the door, and he was blasted over the table.
Well, that must be his bus he was on about. I don't think he was very happy. I don't think there's a lot else I can do in this room, so I'll just wait to see what everyone else wants to do for now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do, I guess Arcana tells you about mythical creatures and their lore, so I'm going to do a check to see if I know anything about the thing we saw flying away.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so 19.
Okay. The person seems familiar. He's a chap by the name of Venger. A sorcerer. Big trouble. Very ambitious. Sees himself as potentially taking over the realm, taking over the world if he gets the chance.
Well, so I look at the group. Well, guys, we thought some of the other things we encountered were bad. Things just keep getting worse. This guy's, I don't know what his involvement is, but we need to watch our back.
Well, remember what Dungeon Master told you, that other powers would be interested in this area, but none of them want to be the first one to move. This is a big hint that this guy was basically Venger's proxy in this area. So clearly there's something more about this castle.
All right. If I did that check, can I do a perception to see if there's anything, maybe a hidden door or something that might be in the room? Since obviously this guy couldn't have just been functioning with an arena and a bedroom, so there must be something else. Or would that be investigation, I guess?
Well, you've only looked through the one other room. You can go back to the entrance room, if you'd like. This is where you are, which is the stairwell down to the arena. That's the main entrance room, just there.
All right. Well, I will go back to the main room and see what other halls or rooms or otherwise that might be available to go look through. If somebody was acting as this guy's proxy, chances are he's got something of value beyond just that box.
Okay. Just to point out, there is actually nothing suspect here. Sort of where this chest of drawers is. I ran out of wall sections.
I can't see the map anyway because of my situation, but
Okay. That's the thing I need for that. I need like a laser pointer. I can just over things and go, there's nothing suspicious here. Wonder if it... Or get a set of dual hoop sort of lights and do the mistrons.
Oh, bloody hell. That's going back a bit.
Sorry?
That's going back a bit. Although I've still got that opening of Captain Scarlet drilled into my subconscious. It was on a lot when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always find it weird when I come across versions which have the full opening with the whole the finger is on the trigger stuff, because they never used to play that one. It's kind of like if you ever sit if you're old enough to remember Inspector Gadget, it's like if you ever get the chance to see the first episode. It's really surreal because he has a mustache.
Really?
Yeah. Only in the
know
first
that.
episode does he have a mustache. But they got the animators to change it because Peter Sellers complained that it looked too much like him.
Oh, I see.
Because it looks when he has the mustache, he looks like Inspector Clouseau. It just does something to the face, just having the mustache. But I digress, which is what I do most of the time. It's your turn.
Okay, how far away is this guy?
Opposite side of the table to you.
No, I mean, how far away is the sorcerer on the nightmare?
Well, if I remember from the series how fast his nightmare goes at full speed, he's going at about Mark 3, so he's pretty far away.
So he wouldn't be within range of a sacred flame.
No. In one episode, he outran a F-16, I think it was.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty fast.
Yeah. And he didn't seem to really get a trying.
Well, can I do a perception check to see what I can make of the surroundings?
Yeah.
Alright, perception. A 6 again. I'm practically blind.
Well, actually, Fernando got the same sort of. See, you're basically. There's not much to see in this room anyway. It's just a stairwell, some knocked over tables, well, knocked over chairs, and the body.
Ah, I see. Right. So,
Would you like to head into the main room with Obnoxious?
yeah, why not? We might as well get what we can out of this locale.
Okay. Anywhere in particular in the room?
Let's see. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna try and scan whatever room I can. I feel cheated out of a suit of armor at this point, so I'm just trying to see what I can loot from the place. I was promised armor.
Oh yeah, because you completed the challenge and then got cheated out of your armor. It was an illusion.
So I was just getting the stream up on my laptop, so I've got like both screen. I've got the Discord call in real time and the like map and everything off to my left now. It only just occurred to me that I could do that.
Well, as I said, I've only this session got this sort of the walls and stuff,
Oh right.
and I've ordered some more scenery and things to just sort of flesh out the map a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Because I think after I've painted the walls, yeah, I think I can make it look pretty good, pretty nice.
Yeah.
I might have to change my lighting setup. I have got a lantern I can put above the dungeon to light it more evenly compared to what I've got at the moment. But yeah, I want to keep making improvements to this.
Yeah.
And sort of go from there. Maybe in 10 years come back and do a remastered version with better special effects.
Yeah. Why not? Okay, so I think I'm just gonna scan the room as best I can looking for loot.
Okay.
But with a perception check of 6, I doubt I'm gonna find anything.
Oh no, you walked into a different room, so you need another perception check.
No, okay, I'll roll from my phone. It's probably better than click it. Right, perception. When those are saving throws. What am I doing?
You want skills.
Sorry, bear with me. I'm not used to the mobile interface. Oh, right, you swipe left. Okay. Perception. 6 plus 3. I rolled a 9. I'm not doing well.
Ooh. There's some fresh food on the table.
I mean, I might as well take it.
Well, you might as well have something to eat. You've had 3 days of trail rations.
Yeah. Alright, but can I use purify food and drink just in case?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that under actions? It'll be under spells, won't it?
think that one was a free action, wasn't it? Well, that was a bonus action, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it's under spells, but it says one action.
Oh, so you'll have to do that next turn then.
Oh, okay. Alright, that'll be it for me then.
Okay, so Fernando, we are back to your turn. Actually, no, there's one other thing I need to do. I can't remember. The retainer basically is walked up to the body. But the only person who'd be aware of that is Fernando. And it is his turn now.
Wait, the retainer?
Yes.
The one Wolfie ripped his throat out of last week.
Did he?
Yeah, he picked him up and bit his throat out.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
situation here.
Can't be the retainer. Well done.
I was about to say, oh my god, what is Fernando getting out of this?
So he killed the boss man and resurrected the butler.
Fernando is immediately suspicious of the butler.
as
Suddenly
should be.
Suddenly operating with his throat cut out. I hate it when people do that.
He's tapping in Morse code. Do you know how long it's gonna take me to sew this off?
The problem with it is, it's more the getting everything in soaking time. I mean, blood's an absolute bugger.
It,
Okay, it will have to be someone else.
he'd be over there asking for a cough drop. A throat lozenge, please.
Okay. The chef comes out of the kitchen.
The chef comes out of the kitchen. Oh my god.
Just going through my handy dandy box of NPCs. And now I'll do with a woodcutter. What I need is like a serving girl, but one who doesn't look like a tart.
Oh, a servant girl. This is the maid.
Yes, I'm just trying to find one that doesn't look like a skank.
Yeah, it does all the same to Fernando.
I'll have to get the skank one. Oh no, that one's not too bad. Just got annoying hair. It's not the one flashing her leg. It's the one with the pigtails. The one flashing her leg is in the other box. Because she's only partially painted.
As long as we don't have a Consuela from Family Guy situation going on, it's fine. No, she need more lemon pledge.
I have got one actually, very similar to.
We need to know where that sorcerer is going. No.
I need to stay away
No.
from that sorcerer. He'll burn us.
No. No sorcerer. Need more lemon pledge. So I'll be with you in just a second.
Fine.
NPC's turn is taking a little bit longer than I thought. Because I forgot that throat being cut out and all.
You forgot there's a second body in this room.
Yes, I forgot there was a second body in this room. You guys, you leave so many corpses behind, it makes it difficult for me to remember how many there are. I mean,
You are talking to the wrong person here.
What, do you leave even more corpses behind?
The only people I've killed so far are people who have attacked me. Everyone else I've tried to persuade or seduce.
That's a good point.
Or threaten.
Persuade / seduce.
Or scare / seduce. Either way.
Who needs a stabbing? Is something going on? I've got some little stabby knives here.
No, I'm just defending the fact that I am the least prone to violence so far.
They
No, I
they
think,
were just reminding me that I completely forgot that one of the people that I was going to have do something was actually dead. It was like a crucial plot point was going to be that this guy did something, but now it's because I forgot he was dead.
Definitely makes it a little harder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I eventually even got the butcher's wife, the baker's wife. I haven't got the baker yet. He's on Etsy. I haven't got around to ordering him yet. Okay, so now it's Fernando's turn. Now that I've readjusted what I was doing. So Fernando, what are you going to do?
So he's just walked into the room?
Oh no, they walked into the other room where the other two are, not the room that you're in.
Oh, okay. So what rooms can I access from here? Is it my options just the room everyone else has gone into?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. I will join everyone else in that room.
Okay. There is
And what is in?
There is a servant, well, a serving girl, and the cook.
And the cook.
Yes. As well as Richter and Obnoxious.
What are the serving girl and the cook doing?
They've just walked in.
Oh, what's everyone doing as I walk into this room?
They're all basically stood around. A bit surprised.
Why hello, yes. Me and my compatriots here, we had a meeting with your boss. Unfortunately, a tall, dark sorcerer broke in and started throwing fireballs. It was hell of a mess. I wouldn't go in that room.
They both look at each other. Sorcerer. You mean the masters? The serving girl looks at you. You mean the masters? Sorry.
Oh my god, Fernando, when did you get it?
Sorry, Wolfie's not here right now.
Sorry, I was trying to get the. Well, I was thinking of the quote from Blackadder. Oh, comic serving wench voice. I don't know what you're on about, sir. My master didn't have a master. He was just, oh, I don't know. I don't know what could have happened to him, sir. He's clearly distraught at your news and rambling.
Yes, well, I would, as I said, somebody will have to clean that up eventually. He is unfortunately not with us anymore.
The cook looks and says, well, I'm not doing it. I don't think the head butler's going to want to do it either.
When he says head butler, did he mean the other guy?
Yes, the retainer.
Oh, I'm afraid the retainer is also been dispatched by said villainous sorcerer who escaped.
We're pinning it on the sorcerer.
Well, at least you're not pinning it on goblins. They've got enough problems.
Yeah.
You know. Green lives matter.
Indeed.
Yes. So remember, your master is dead, and the sorcerer flew in on a black nightmare, went fireboard both of them. We had to head down to the basement to survive.
Oh. Well, I suppose it sort of works. I suppose we'll have to go and deal with things then, I suppose. We're the only ones left. Shame, really. He was a nice bloke. Master.
Oh, I am sure he was.
Okay, so was that all you wanted to do? Thanks.
Yes.
Okay, so that would make it Obnoxious's turn.
All right, so seeing the couple come out and seeing that one of them's a cook, I head over to where they came from so I can go over to the kitchen and find some grub.
Okay. Gone into the kitchen. So yeah, perception check.
Great. Oh gosh.
You find nothing at all.
There's nothing to eat in this place. The hell kind of manor is this?
It's disgraceful.
So I proceed to kick some pans off the table and throw stuff past all that food that's not there. Yeah, that's about all I got. I'm just gonna throw a fit in the kitchen.
Because in a room with full pantries and things, you're just like stomping around going, there's nothing to eat in here. Nothing at all.
having a 3-year-old conniption fit.
Yeah.
It's as if they weren't expecting a party of adventurers to invade their home.
I mean, did they realise my dietary requirements?
It's just Brad. So I'm gonna tear this place apart. What's somebody got to do for some biscuits and gravy?
So the only thing they don't have is what you want. It's like, what isn't, all I want, particularly this day, is turkey sandwiches.
Well,
I mean, it's June. Why don't people have cooked turkey in June?
Yeah, definitely. Completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
I must now demolish the kitchen.
Okay. Okay. So, Richter.
okay,
Would you like to have a look around the room?
alright, yep, sure. That'll be a perception check, won't it?
Yeah.
There we go. 14.
You can see the water. You can see some scraping marks. Some big scraping marks on the opposite side of the room. On the floor.
Scraping marks.
Yeah.
So, can I roll for investigation to see what could have made these or something?
Yeah.
Investigation. 17.
This cabinet here, or the cabinet across the room, is frequently pushed to one side. Lazily pushed to one side.
Alright, I'll push the cabinet to one side, as it usually is, to see what's behind it.
So yes, you have found a secret entrance.
Alright, let's go inside and see what's in there.
There is a secret chapel.
A secret chapel?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'll go inside, see what's up.
More visible.
Alright, so would that be another perception roll, or is that next turn?
Next turn. Next turn.
Okay.
Okay, so the NPC's turn. there. Okay. Fernando, it's your turn.
What did the NPCs do?
The cook and the serving girl have walked into the other room.
Ah. And Richter found a secret hidden room.
Yeah. And Obnoxious has gone to the kitchen.
Did Richter step into the room yet?
Yeah.
I think that was my last action of my turn. Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow him into the room.
Can you give me a perception check first?
I can give you a perception check. Of 11.
There's a
So not the
great
greatest.
deal of noise outside.
Well, outside the house.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I tell what it is?
A lot of footsteps. Clanking. Murmuring.
Oh. Where's the nearest window to me?
Well, walls don't actually really have windows. There aren't really any windows on this side of the building, in this room, because of the skull bit above it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so I'll go into the room
Okay.
with Richter. And I'll give it a quick scan as I say. Ah, my friend Richter, I hear a lot of commotion outside. It could be problematic, no?
Yeah, that does sound like it could be a problem.
Well, I mean, it could be anything, but just better we stay on our guard.
Could you give me a perception check of the room you've just entered?
I certainly can. Perception for the room I just entered. A natural 1, Jesus Christ.
Well, nothing strange here. Nothing unusual here. No.
Dude, that could be people
There's plenty
hanging.
of sandwiches and stuff here.
Huh, that's weird.
There's a lot of potential places to store food in here.
I think that'll be all I can get away with this time, really.
Yeah. Lots of potential food in here. On these benches. Yeah, you found small boxes of food. Little boxes of raisins and stuff. A bit like the trail rations.
Oh.
Okay, so it is now Obnoxious's turn. You've now basically ripped the kitchen apart.
Alright, since I've ripped it apart, I might as well do another perception check, see if there's anything of use or value in here. Even the cook's got to have a little bit of gold stashed out.
Okay.
Should make it easy to things since I've thrown everything all over the place. Alright, I'm refreshing though first because I had a natural 1 on one of those and I didn't like it. Alright. Eh. So much for that.
Oh, still nothing. Okay.
Alright. Since I haven't seen anything of any value, I'll just go back to the main room.
Okay.
Hungry and broke.
Can you give me a perception roll?
Alright. 16.
You can hear voices outside.
Alright.
Okay, that's random. Did we
Can I
just
go
get
lock the door?
raided?
I've got you up on my TV, so I can't tell.
Well, the viewer count just jumped up to 10.
Oh wow.
Nice.
I did plug us in various places, but I've never got that much. Like, so we've probably been raided. Although, wouldn't you get a notification if that were the case?
Yeah,
It's been really goofy lately.
because it suddenly jumped from 5. Because I just loaded it on my phone just to check the audio. And it jumped from 5 to 10. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to anyone if they did raid in. I don't know if they did or
Hello.
they didn't. Yeah, you can hear the sound of deep voice. You can hear the sound of various voices outside. One is very clearly one is very clearly an orc.
Alright. Well, is there any locking devices on the door? Because I know it was a thing to come down, had to be dropped down. So we had to essentially be invited in order to get in. So I want to lock whatever device it is that lowers the drawbridge.
Yeah, you'd have to find it though. I suggest investigating by the door.
Alright. That's what I'll do. Investigate by the door to see if I can find it. There we go.
You found it. Okay, you race over to the
I'm gonna
door.
lock the door.
You find the mechanism to the drawbridge, and you start operating it. You raise the drawbridge and bar the door.
Yeah. We don't need no orcs in here.
So that would make it Richter's turn.
Okay. Can you give me a refresher on what my current status is?
You are currently in a large, dark, secret chapel. No one has rolled a adequate perception check yet. Well, you haven't actually rolled a perception check yet for this room.
Right, so I'll do that now, shall I?
Yep.
Okay, where's perception? There we are. 9. God damn it.
It's enough to tell you a little bit about the room. it is clearly a black stone chapel.
Blackstone Chapel. Oh,
Yeah. Very similar to the
Well,
one
that's-
at the village.
well, that bodes well. Uh,
There are three sets of pews on both sides of the room. In the centre of the room at the front is a pulpit and a sacrificial altar.
okay, I'm glad I didn't choose to use the the sacred flame as a light again, because that could have got very volatile very quickly. Because I was thinking of doing that as an aid to perception, but now I'm glad I didn't. Okay. Right. The Blackstone is combustible. I've not misremembered that.
It doesn't react very well to sacred flames. No. It did combust that one time.
Yeah. Well, one time is enough to not risk it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, can I roll for investigation then?
Yeah?
And just see what I can find out about this place.
Yeah?
Oh, 9. And it almost rolled onto a 20.
Oh. You've basically found the same thing that that Fernando found. That there are small boxes of snacks on each pew to keep the kids from crying.
Keep the... Oh, bloody hell. These snacks are intended for children, and there's a sacrificial altar there.
Well, you
2
know.
and 2.
No, I meant for the for the kids of the parishioners. You know.
Oh,
don't
you
want-
mean the congregation?
Yeah. The congregation.
right,
You don't want the congregation's kids squawking and crying and stuff during his demonic sermon. You know, when he's up there preaching the whatever it is their religion, their faith is, you're not going to want little kids crying at the back. You know, parents need to have standards.
I suppose so.
Yeah, the
I would,
equivalent of giving them a little baggie of Cheerios and some grapes and stuff.
Well, I would turn to Fernando and say, as much as I don't like it here, I think we should get to the bottom of this. And then end my turn. I don't know what else I can do right now.
Okay. Well, the only person who can hear this is obnoxious. You hear some argument outside. What do you mean it's locked? It's locked. It's locked, my lord. The drawbridge has been raised. We can't get in. Then find a way in. We was ordered back here, so get the door open. Oh, we can't, my lord. One, and you hear this almighty hissing sound. But from the inside, you can't really tell what's happened. One of the goblins got thrown off the bridge into the living fire. Messy.
Well, have we accidentally seized a fortress we're now going to have to defend? I mean, I don't know, of course. But...
Okay. So we are on to Fernando's turn.
Can I make a religion check to see if what I can gather about this room
Yeah.
and their worship practices and stuff? Oh boy, where's my religion? 17.
You approach the altar. Where you realise very quickly the altar has been used for human sacrifice. But something feels very odd about it.
In what way does it feel odd?
There are small patches of living fire on the actual altar. In places where someone would be sacrificed and where blood would usually, you can see where someone would lay, like the way a body would lay down flat, and where someone would have like their neck slit or something. It would bleed in a certain way, and this altar would channel that blood in a certain direction for collection. And the blood is there's these little channels from the essential areas, so the wrist, the neck, of an average person. There's like a outline of a person on the altar, and there are channels from where someone would bleed out during the sacrifice ceremony, and those little channels have got the living fire in them, little bits of it, from where it's been used a lot.
Interesting. Yes, I seem to agree with you, Richter. I don't think whatever was happening in this room was a very good thing. Is there anything else in this room of worth or note?
There is a pulpit.
A pulpit?
Yeah. There is some books and things. There is a book on there.
This place gives me the shivers, and I don't think it's the withdrawal.
Is he sober again?
I've canonically not had a drink since the festival.
Oh my goodness, that means you're 4 days sober.
Can I stand on the pulpit and have a look at this book?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay. I'm trying to remember what language this would be in. It'd be a form of demonic language.
Oh, I can't read it.
Oh no, it can't be. No, it's no, there'd have to be there's a translation that's been scrawled in there. It's basically it's the instructions for the blood sacrifice ritual.
Mm.
And it basically gives a blow-for-blow account of what the altar is for. It's for human sacrifice, and it turns their blood into the living fire. That's where the living fire has been coming from. It's human blood that has been. It's basically humanoid blood which has been sacrificed on a black stone altar. Which
is there more in the book than that?
Yeah, it's a big book of their stuff, but it would take quite a long time to read it. Some of the pages aren't translated.
That's absolutely fine with me. Because I will take this, and when I change my spells in the evening, I will wait, compile. Well, I'm pretty sure Fox could do that. Yeah, I'll read it later. I'm just gonna put that in my bag for now.
Nice to see you. Happy Taco Tuesday. Well, it's nice that you popped in, and thanks for the lurk. So you're gonna shove the big book in your bag.
Yes.
Okay.
I will make a note of it, of evil religious book.
Okay.
Does that religion have a name?
Not currently.
Oh, evil religious book.
It has a I'm trying to think how they usually do it. It's the old anime style name. You know, when the audio cuts out when they say the name, and everyone's like, ah, yeah, the religion. In other words, the writer hasn't come up with a name for it yet.
I think one of my favourite ways that would happen is if Father Ted is like, is there a Mrs. Doyle with you? First name and Mrs. and then something happens to obscure the sound.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, that's the
plate
sort of thing,
smashing.
yeah. And it's like the other person does hear it.
Yeah. Do I know a Mrs. Doyle?
And then I'll start heading towards the door of this room if there's nothing else in here.
Okay. So that would make it Obnoxious's turn.
I figured the thief would be upset if I didn't case the entire room.
Definitely. All right. So I heard arguing. There's no way for them to get in, and I don't know. I don't want them to know any more about us being in here than absolutely necessary. So I'm just gonna. Well, you know what? It's locked. I know it's locked. I'm going to. Oof. All right. Are there any windows or anything? Like, is there any way to look through? There's no windows, you said. But what about like the little windows where you shoot arrows through?
Not in this room, but in the room you were in before, there were windows.
Okay. So, the room we were in before, was that upstairs or downstairs?
It's this room.
Well, I was in the kitchen before.
No, I mean the room where the murder took place. Because that's where everyone saw Venger flying away. So there is a window there.
Okay, well then I will go to that room because I'm gonna, and then once I get to that room, I want to peek through the window to see if I can figure out who the leader is.
As you turn around to walk out of the room, you notice that the two servants are walking through carrying the body of the Baron.
All right. Hey, what are you two doing?
We're just taking the Baron's body to the chapel, sir.
What for?
Oh, burial rites, sir. Can't keep his body there on the floor. That would be
No, it's good a spot as any, as far as I'm concerned.
People could
All
trip
right.
over, fall down the stairs, sir.
Fall down the stairs. All right. I don't really have any business with them. I guess if that's what they're doing, that doesn't bother me any. So, back to my first plan. I want to go over to the window and see if I can figure out who's in charge out there.
That's pretty simple. There is a large orc stood amongst a huge horde of goblins on the bridge.
Okay. So I'm going to take a shot at him, try and kill him just to cause a disruption. Because I don't really want them thinking too hard about the door. I'd rather them be a little skittish and move on. So I'm going to take my short bow and pop him.
Okay.
It's a 19.
Okay. Sensing the approach of your danger, he grabs one of the goblins and shields himself with them.
From my arrow?
Yes.
All right, well, do I roll for damage and see if I murderize this goblin?
Yep. Oh, you've done quite a bit of damage to the goblin. You've got him sort of square in the solar plexus.
Right where the other guy's head should have been?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, it would have been a good shot, but...
So with that, I'm going to yell out the window. It'd be better for you if you just move along.
He looks at you and roars. It'd be better if you just chucked yourself out the window.
I got something I'll chuck out this window. Then, I guess with that, I'll notch another arrow and just point it at him, holding it out the window.
The guy... The goblin he's holding is sort of squirming in his hands. And he flings him at you. The archery slot that you fired out of is designed to be fired out of without being able to fire back in particularly well. And it's certainly not going to fit a goblin through it. The goblin hits it and just slides down the wall to its death. The last thing you see is its face gets slammed up against the concrete and it sort of looks at you like... Richter, it's your turn.
Right, did we hear that?
No, not from where you are. No.
Right. So we're in this Blackstone Chapel with right. What is the actual situation now? So we're in this Blackstone Chapel. We've investigated and found blood channels.
For human
Is there anything more
sacrifice.
Yeah. Is there anything more to be learned here, or can we get out of here? I wonder.
Well,
I
that's
suppose
up
I'd,
to you.
I suppose I better roll for perception again, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been great. Come on. 20. 17 plus 3.
Well, you've seen all the things like the blood channels, the altar. You can see this room is regularly used. Like, this isn't like the chapel that you saw at the village, which was left desolate. This is used a lot. Like, the food in there is fresh. There's no dust or anything. The place gets cleaned.
Have I seen anything worth taking from you?
No.
Right. Well, right. I'm gonna pack some of the food, I think. Because waste not, want not.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna march right the hell out of here to confront the people, like, to confront the remaining staff about what actually is going on there.
As you walk out, you almost walk into them walking in. They're carrying the body of the Baron.
Ah, just the guys I wanted to see. Can I pick them both up by, like, the lapels and just pin them against the wall with each hand? Or would that be a strength roll?
Oh no, you wouldn't need to. As I said, they're both sort of carrying something quite heavy, so they're not in any position to really resist you.
Ah. Okay, so just the guys I wanted to see. Why don't you start talking and tell me what I've wandered into here?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Can you not see the room behind me?
You mean the chapel, sir? We're just taking the Baron's body out there for looking after. We can't just leave his body out here, sir.
I can appreciate that, but looking after how? I'm not familiar with this religion, you see. Why don't you walk me through the basics?
Well, we can't possibly do that, sir.
Now, why might that be? Is there something you shouldn't... Are you doing something you shouldn't be doing?
At which point, the door at the end of the room opens, and a man steps out. That's because I haven't told them to.
Okay, I think I'll, just turn around as quickly as I can. I'm debating whether or not to draw a weapon.
The man steps
how
out.
far away is this person?
Just at the other end. Just. It's only about 20 feet away. But he's not wearing any armor.
That's far enough away that if he advances, I can pull out a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. There's a... well then perhaps you can give me some answers here. What is this room?
Oh, that is the chapel.
Yeah, I know what a chapel is, mate. I'm a paladin. I know what a chapel is. What I want to know is, well, is what goes on in here.
Goes on in here? Surely you can tell what goes on in here.
Yes, I can tell what goes on in here, literally. Are you being deliberately obtuse, or are you just trying to stall me? What I want to...
Actually, he's trying to do something else. Can you roll a wisdom check? Oh no, a wisdom.
check.
Is it wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom is a saving throw.
Yes.
What's he genuinely trying to do?
Hypnosis.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. 13. Fuck.
Oh. He's got you.
Now see, if I was... now see, if I was off my arse on liquor, then he'd have nothing to get control of.
He's controlling your weaker, sober brain. Oh. Yes, he speaks to you in the voice of the pink elephants that normally speak to you. You see here, this is where we perform our rituals. But first you need to open the door.
Open the door.
Yes, open the door for us.
He knows Fernando still stood there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, he doesn't realize this, but Fernando's thing is mind control. I know exactly what he's fucking done. It's how I do things.
He's not being very subtle about it either. He's properly hamming it up.
Oh my god. Am I gonna have to try my...
I mean, we are talking proper sort of Nick Cage sort of wide-eyed sort of you will do as
Is he dressed
I
like a
say.
priest as well? Is he dressed like a priest as well?
Alright,
No, he's just
so-
wearing an indescript black outfit.
I was just thinking of Nick Cage from Face Off, where he comes out as the priest in that choir scene. You know the one?
No, this is more Roger Delgado's Master.
Okay, nice.
okay.
Because that's the miniature I'm using for him.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go over to that door then.
No, the drawbridge.
Right. I guess I'm gonna start walking towards the drawbridge, but depending on where Fernando is in relation to me, I might be counting on you to bail my ass out of this one.
Well, you have to walk past me because I'm in front of you because I was heading to the door of this room.
Oh no, he went into the next. You yeah, you entered the room just before him.
Obnoxious would surely be closer to the drawbridge than me, though.
No, Obnoxious left the room.
Oh, right. Sorry, guys. I think I might just accidentally a war.
No. His thing.
Taking pot shots at them.
Depending on what kind of hypnosis he just. Let me. Well, the closest one to this would be. Yeah, I'll get to it when it comes to my turn.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start walking towards whatever drawbridge mechanism there is.
Okay. So that would make it the NPC's turn.
I should point out that Richter values radical freedom above all else. When he finds out that someone has taken his freedom of thought away from him, even temporarily, he's gonna lose his shit.
Yeah, this might be a very good note to my character to be very careful on how he manipulates you in situations.
Okay. So the guy's walked up to Fernando. Well, he's walked closer to Fernando. So it's Fernando's turn.
Oh, what? This guy that's just mind hypnosis Richter.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna take my rapier out, and I'm gonna stab him in the leg and say, "Ah, my friend, you know, subtle hypnotic manipulations can only work as long as you can concentrate on them." And stab him in the leg. You remember when they broke Green Lantern's arm so he couldn't concentrate on his constructs? That's what I'm doing to this dude.
Okay.
I'm trying
So
to break
you
his...
stabbing me in the leg, or you stabbing the other guy in the...
No, the other guy.
Huh.
Because it's a spell, meaning if he's using hypnosis, he's trying to concentrate. He's got to concentrate on what he's telling you to do.
Hmm.
Or whatever magic he's used, so I'm going to try and break his concentration.
Hmm.
With a
Yeah.
16 to hit.
Yeah, you've hit him.
A 9. So I'll just sink my rapier into his leg. And try and disrupt his concentration. On his magic.
He pats you on the shoulder and goes, "Good try." But it hasn't broken his concentration.
Interesting, okay.
Not
And he
tricky,
seems
it's your turn.
really he doesn't seem bothered by the fact that I've just stuck a sword into his leg.
It's
No.
a prosthetic. It's a falsie. It's gotta be.
Is that did it feel like a flesh leg, and is it bleeding?
It felt like a flesh leg. It is bleeding. Yes.
How worried do I think I should be right now? Okay, I'm gonna look at him, smile, and go, "Huh. Then maybe I should try harder, no?" And I'm gonna bonus action cast Hex. I was trying to be nice and not cast Hex on him. But I'll cast a hex.
Okay.
And
Obnoxious.
then I'll end my turn.
It's your turn.
All right, so I did have a phone call interrupt me when you were talking about that. So the gist of it was he took the goblin that I had shot and chucked it at me at
Yeah.
the window. Okay, so, and I don't know anything about what's going on in the other room, but anyway, with that in mind, that this guy's not somebody that seems like he's going to be easy to deal with, and not wanting to waste arrows on more goblins, I'm going to go tell those guys about the current threat we have, and so I'll run back into the other room.
Okay. So, Richter, it's your turn.
Okay, is there a way I can snap myself out of this?
Nope.
So what would it take for me to, like, wake up, as it were? Like, if I were
Completing
to
your
trip
task.
over... Sorry?
Completing your task will cause it to end,
Right.
which is basically just pulling a lever
Okay.
and pushing up a bar of wood.
And there's no other... Like, if I were to trip over, I wouldn't sort of go, hey, wait a minute.
No.
Ah. Is there anything I can do at all other than go to this lever and pull it?
No.
Sorry guys, looks like I'm gonna accidentally skirmish.
That's fine, because I have a theory on what he did to you, and it's one of my favourite spells.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the lever and pull it and lower the drawbridge. Can I do that this turn, or am I too far away?
No, you do it.
I wouldn't lower it though, it's got the bar holding it.
Oh yeah, he pulls the bar up as well.
That's 2 actions. That sounds a little...
You closed it in one action. You
It
can
does
open it in
sound
one
like 2
action.
actions.
Objection!
At which point, the goblins come pouring in.
Right, if I, so, is that my action done for this turn then?
Yeah. I've kind of robbed
So
your
I
action
can't-
turn.
So I can't bomb rush the guy who, used magic on me and then punch him repeatedly in the face?
The odd
Because-
part about it is though. As they run in, they're not paying attention to you at all. They're not interested in you or Richter or Fernando at all. They all start to launch arrows at the guy, the guy who hypnotized you. And as each arrow hits, he seems disappointed that it's not that none of them seem to be able to hurt him. which point there is a sudden blast of energy from the chapel area, and each of you is knocked unconscious. Including the orcs and goblins. You awake to find yourselves in individual cells with gated iron doors. In front of you, actually I'll give you a perception check to I believe Fernando would be the first one to wake up as well, so it kind of works in turn order. Each of you is in a
First thing I'm
cell.
gonna- Mhm.
The bars are very
First thing I'm-
strange,
Okay.
and there's a release mechanism on the wall.
Wait, where on the wall?
Just outside your cage. It's
Hmm.
far enough away that you wouldn't be able to pull it from where you are.
Yeah, cool. First thing I'm gonna do is immediately start rummaging through my equipment.
They've taken it.
Okay, now I'm pissed off. I'm gonna get up, go to the bars, and teleport through them.
You might want to do a perception check first.
No, I don't care. Fernando does not care at this point. He's just going to try and teleport straight through those bars.
Ooh, bad choice. The bars have a very unusual effect on you. How many hit points do you have?
I have 24.
Knock it down to 12.
What kind of damage does it do?
Um,
I'm resistant to all damage when I teleport as well.
yeah, it's kind of sliced you in half.
Cool.
Basically, what's happened is the alloy of the bars. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't see it because you haven't done a perception. Inside the cage, you're still there. It's like you tried to go through the bars, hit the bars, part of you kept going and part of you got bounced. And in front of you, as you're still sort of looking in the same direction, there is a tiefling in front of you. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Now you're going to open this My friend, I suggest you go and press that lever over there. I'm gonna cast friends on him.
He turns around and he says, "I'm sorry, my friend. You cannot cast my magic on me. He is you. What it's done is your tiefling side has been separated from your elf side. Your tiefling side is outside of the bars. But it looks different. It's not... It looks more bulky. May I suggest a perception check?
8.
You're not a tiefling at the moment. You look like an elf. Your skin color has changed. Your horns are gone.
I already had normal skin color.
Oh no, I mean like pale skin color. Like an elf, like you look like a pure elf. You look, as I said, pale, almost, and you feel very rough.
If you are truly indeed me, then you understand why we need to get out of this cage. And, I'd much rather work with myself than not to work with me.
Oh, unfortunately, I know for a fact that I cannot let you go. I cannot let me go. I have, shall you say, a destiny. And once I am gone, then you will feel whole again. But for now, all I can say is goodbye. He then walks out the door. That's such a... I was expecting more of a reaction. Ooh, just nothing. Is he muted?
No, I'm still here.
You just suddenly went quiet.
Yes, I'm seething with rage.
Well, you got to tell people you're seething with rage. You can't tell you're seething with rage. Your camera's off.
I'm just gonna punch the bar. I want to get out of the cell.
Ooh, it burns when you do.
Again, Fernando does not care about him or anything else that's going on. He wants to get out of the cell to get to his equipment. So he's just gonna try and pry the bars apart with a 0 strength score.
Okay, well, I think that means that it is Obnoxious's turn. You wake up, and as I say, you're in a cage.
This wouldn't be the first time this has happened. Alright, so... Let me see. I guess I'll do... Perception check.
Yeah.
Even though I don't do well with these. Good luck to me, it's a 1.
Oh my goodness.
Like, how'd I get in this drunk tank again?
But you did find you found a loaf of bread though.
Lucky me, I like bread.
But it's mouldy.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time either.
See, because you kept looking for food earlier on, now whenever you get a natural 1 for this session, you're going to find food.
That's a lot of food.
It's
I can't
just
eat all
going to be
that.
taunting that previous natural 1 by having food turn up when you don't want food.
Alright. So, is there any discernible, like, lock on there?
No, not with a nat 1. You can't even really tell much about the bars at all.
Okay. Then, and they're bars. It's you said, or it's not a solid door.
No, it's
I
bars.
thought you had said before it was a solid door.
No, it's bars.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna hang out for a moment. Not a whole lot I can do.
Okay, so, Richter, please get a higher score than everyone else and see what's actually in the room.
Right, so I'm coming to, and it would be perception, yeah?
Yep,
Right, perception. Come on.
1 higher than a 1.
15.
Oh, finally. Okay, you see the bars. And the bars are made of basically black stone with the bars have been very carefully made of black stone, but not just black stone. They seem to have elements of the silver grass braided on one side and the black stone on the other, with some sort of neutralizing material between them. You
Right.
can't see anything on the opposite side of each bar because they are quite thick and you can't tell from that side where they are. On the opposite side of the room, in one cell is the orc. Well, it's the orc that bust into the room with the goblins. And the other cell has that guy who hypnotized you. They're both in cells.
Have I got anything I can chuck at the guy?
No, not really.
Because I've just come to and realised not only did I have my free will taken from me, I've been put in a cage filled with an evil substance that makes me uncomfortable at the best of times. I am very upset.
The thing is, though, the guy who hypnotized you, as I said, is in the cell opposite you.
Alright, if I were to stick my hand through the bars, is his cell within arm's reach?
No.
Oh, god damn it. All I can think about right now is getting my hands on that fucker. Alright, so, okay, right. Can I call out for the others and see if they can hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, are we... Alright, so, Fernando! Obnoxious! Is like, can they hear me at all?
They'd be able to hear you, but Obnoxious in real life is on a call, I believe.
Okay.
Fernando can definitely hear you. He's only
Yes, I can hear you.
He's only about 12 feet away.
Right. Can I see him from where I am?
No.
Right.
The cells, if you're on the stream, is in the left corner of the image, but there's very few walls.
Okay.
So that's why it's not really on stream that much, because I ran out of walls. I will be buying more
fair
walls.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. And I assume my equipment's gone.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna kick these bars loose. I can't fit through them. I suppose, can I roll for investigation to try and find structural weaknesses in the cell?
Yeah, go for it. If anyone's going to do it, it's
16.
it's the thief.
Oh,
See, the bars, they're not proper cell bars. They've been crafted for a very specific purpose. So they're not really designed to keep things. They're designed more to keep magical creatures in than keep actual creatures in, like physical creatures.
right.
So the bars actually are quite weak at their base.
Right. Can I try and kick one free then, or something? I'll try and pry one so that I can get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. What do I? Can I do that this turn?
Give it a try. Strength check.
Strength check.
Ooh,
21.
Yeah.
Ah!
You smash
Yeah.
a piece of the bottom of one of the bars.
Richter's in rage mode at the moment. He's just.
Okay, unfortunately they're reinforced at the bottom, so you have smashed off the bottom piece of one of the central two bars. But as you do, can you roll me a reflex save?
Reflex save. Saving throws are strength, dexterity, constitution. What do I roll?
Dex save.
Dex save. Okay.
Yeah, you did it.
19.
Some of the living fire drips down from the bar, but you managed to get your foot out of the way in time. Basically, there are channels of the living fire on the outside of the bars, etched into shapes you can see from the piece you broke off.
Right.
So basically, there are runes written on the outside of the bars in specific ways with the blood, with this living fire. If you hadn't have got that save, it would have actually burned a hole through your boot. But you managed to break it and not get any of it on you.
Oh, that's good. Okay, is there anything else I can do this turn?
No, that's pretty much everything you can do for that turn.
I suppose I can't shout to Fernando that the bars are weak in certain places. Oh, well, I suppose Fernando would have heard something going on anyway.
Yeah. You'll have to have a bit of a chat about it during your next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for me then, I guess.
The hypnotist wakes up and just sort of looks around and goes, "Oh, can't believe this happened." And the orc just looks over. "Well, I would have got here in time if those stupid fools hadn't locked the doors." He scoffs back. "You didn't even bring the sort of weapons I told you to kill me." "Well, no, you didn't tell me about your condition." "My condition's got nothing to do with it." "Well, I didn't know that my archers wouldn't actually even hurt you." "Well, I didn't know that either." "Well, what are we going to do now?" "I don't know. I don't even know what they've got planned for us. I know what they had planned for your goblins." "Why? What have they done to my goblins?" "Do you see any of your goblins alive?" "No, they didn't." "Yeah, they did. They couldn't have." "Yeah. Look down the end of the corridor." Just down from your cells, there's an altar, very similar to the one from before, except this one is more into the floor, and on top of it there is a large amount of burn marks, splashes of burn marks and things all over the floor and all over the walls, where the living fire has burned into the wall, into the ground, into the black stone itself. It's everywhere. It's just splattered everywhere. And on either side of it, there are goblin corpses. At least 20 or 30 plus goblin corpses piled up. All the goblins that you saw earlier on were dragged into this room and bled out on that altar, one by one. The door opens, and the two servants bring the body of the Baron in. As they bring him in, they put his body down on the altar, and then they go up to the guy, the hypnotist guy, and pull him out of the cage. They just drag him out of the cage. And as they do, the door opens again, and the full tiefling version of Fernando walks back in. They all walk to the altar, and the cook starts to chant. as he does, he says this particular phrase, and he goes, and he starts performing this ritual, which takes hours. And as he keeps sort of chanting and things, he gets to a point where he says, "Oh, the ritual is prepared. The moon is in the 8th house, and now the blood." At which point, the copy of Fernando and the other guy have their throats slit, and their blood drains down onto the altar and is absorbed into the Baron. His wound then begins to immediately sew back together, and he just wakes up and stands up and walks down towards each of you. You see, I told you I would be here to have a chat with you later. And Fernando's starting to feel a little bit better. Like he's feeling his essence returning to him. You had no idea what the living fire was, but you've created something far worse than I could ever have imagined. A living fire vampire. And Venger thought that the Black Stone was no use. Oh, yeah. My master.
I do not care about your petty problems. Now, I swear to you, if you do not release me and give me my things back so I can leave, oh, you will suffer worse than death, I assure you.
I'll kill you as many times as you're happy to keep coming back, mate.
Oh.
And do not take this as meager threats. I'm gonna use intimidation. Okay, why not? I'll throw an intimidation on there. 16.
No. Oh. I've already had you do what I needed of you. And now, I don't need this place, or you, or him, or any of it. Now, I just need to finish my ritual, and then nothing you do could stop me.
We do have a Paladin, so...
He then walks out with the.
Wait, you said that ritual took hours, right?
Yeah.
I would have been trying to get through these bars for those. I would not have stopped.
No, the problem is you wouldn't be able to get through them. The bars were specifically crafted to stop you.
I was gonna say, I had a whole nother plan. Y'all are lucky I didn't get a turn well.
Yeah, I had a
the
different
bars.
plan as soon as you told me what the bars were made of.
Yeah,
So,
I was about to chisel some of that
Silvergrass and
silver
Blackstone
stuff off.
don't react well.
Yeah. Boom. I'm just reckless enough to have done it too.
Oh, I was going to do that as well. I'm at the point where I would have taken out this entire place to get out of this hell.
Well, now's your opportunity. As it's your turn.
But that's why I was asking, in that ritual, did I make any progress on smashing any of those bars apart?
No. No, the it'll become obvious once it. Well, actually, no. It'll become. Well, actually, no. If you give me a perception check, and then you'll be able to tell what you need to know.
9.
A perception check is higher than 10, maybe.
Huh.
Oh, I'll allow it. Basically, from across the room, you can see that the channels which had the living fire in the bars on the other side of the room are now empty. All of the living fire in the room is gone.
Right. So would that make the bars now weaker?
Yeah.
Because those. Oh, okay. Right. I'm with you.
Because that was what was stopping you from really damaging them. The rooms on the other side are basically just weak as, are just they're just nothing now.
Can I make an Arcana check on what actually stopped me teleporting through the bars? While I'm trying to smash them to pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, rolled over from a 19 to a natural 1.
Oh.
That is a kick in the balls.
Well, I get nothing. I have no idea why I couldn't teleport through these. Cool. So I'll just keep kicking at the bars. Meh, I'll just keep kicking at the bars then. Until something comes loose. Or my foot breaks.
Okay, Noxious, it's your turn. Can you give me a perception check?
I guess I will. Yeah. Oh, it was on the 20 and went back to the 14. I got 15.
Well, yeah, you can see the channels are empty as well now. So basically, this trap has served. You can see this trap has now served its purpose.
So is the door unlocked then? I'll just push it open if it served its purpose.
No, I just meant the. That's the feeling it gives you. That from your experience with the black stone and the runes and the fact that the runes are now inactive, it's like, oh, this is a trap, and someone's just basically just doesn't care now.
So, how close are the other people that are there?
They are. About 20 feet. Opposite side of the room.
20 feet. Right. So, well, I guess that probably wouldn't work. They don't really need me
I
alive.
only just noticed that
I was
Wolf
going
is
to
in the
pretend I was
comments.
choking on my moldy bread, but they probably wouldn't care. What if I stealth in there so I can make them think no one's in the cage?
There's no one monitoring you.
No one monitoring us, no fun. Alright. Well then, I guess I will do something that is probably not very helpful at all.